Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how I set up an easy peel sticker. First thing is to import the image. So I'm going to go to File, Import, and I'm going to pick one of my favorite particular images. I'll use my favorite cartoon cow here. And then I make sure I print and cut marked. I click on Next. And then because this is a PNG file with a transparent background, it's really easy to trace. It just kind of automatically does it all. So go ahead and click on Next here. Include holes if it was identifying some transparency, let's say in the eyes, and I could see the blue lines here, then I would make sure that I turn this off, but I don't see any either way, so it doesn't matter whether it's turned on or off. But watch for that. Watch that blue line because that's going to be your cut line. Then click on Next. And then here I can set the contour that I want for and this would be for the inner kiss cut size. Okay, so let's say I want it to be, let's say maybe a little bit larger than that. And then again, you would not want to have include holes. If you saw any holes in there and you didn't want them, then make sure that stays unmarked. Then you click on Finish. Okay. Now then, I don't see my cut line, but that's because it's grouped with the original image. So I go to Path, Ungroup Paths, and now then I can see that cut line. With that cut line, now this cut line is set to Cut Tool, and that's what you want, but now then you need to create the extra contour around the outside. And to do that, you come down here and click on the Build Contours icon, and then you click on Editable Contour, so that's going to add another contour to your project. For contour color, you don't want to use black because you want to be able to see it as it's being created. So I'm going to set it, something about like that. I'm looking to make sure I can see that blue line. Then I begin increasing that contour. And if you want a little bit darker, maybe a little bit darker because I'm making a video. There we go. Now it's a little bit easier to see it. And so then I determine what I want for the full cut. Then when I'm happy with it, I click on Apply. Now at this point, you'll see I lost the cartoon cow image itself, but no problem. And it would be fine. It would still print and everything. It's just that if you want to see it, just to confirm, you come back and select it here on the Layers panel and then go to Arrange, Bring to Front, and that brings it back. Now then this shape, this outer shape, as I mentioned, the cut contour is set to Cut Tool, which is what you want. The shape, the new shape, you want to change that, because right now it's set to Print. You want to change it to Full Cut Perf. Okay, so that now then you can assign a different force to that layer compared to the inner cut. So the next step is to size your sticker. So I'm going to bring it down to whatever size that I'd want to use. And of course you can figure out the actual size if you go from layers, go to color picker tab, and then you can size it to whatever you want. So then I've got my sticker, and then usually for stickers you want to change to page mark, so it sets the marks based on the page size that you're using, and then you can move the sticker right up here really close. Oops. But of course you want to keep it together like that. So I might also then go ahead and go to Arrange Group so that now then I can move this independently, and also keeps the Layers panel from getting too excessive when I start making the copies. Then as of this particular version, 1.1.126, well, whatever, let's see what it is. It's help about 1.1.26. Okay, the tile array is available in both the regular version as well as in the Pro version. So in the Pro version, I believe it's under Paths under Arrange, and you'll see Tile Array. If you're using the regular version, like I have working right now, it's under this. Let's see, where is it at? It's right here under this icon, this third one, which says Scale. Bring it all the way over to Tile Array, and then in this window, you can then set up however many that you want to have in there. And you can see them on this screen over here. You can see that I'm getting them added. Something like, that's probably too many. So something like that. And then click on Apply. And now then I have the array. And there's other settings and stuff that were there that you can figure out. But the idea is I just wanted to show you how to set up an array. Then when I go to Send Design and click on Send, now then up here in the Print Artwork, I would make sure that I had the correct printer selected, and that I have the print size selected that I want to use, based on my actual printout material. Then after printing, I put it on the mat. Of course, this is going to be down here. This is where you set the blade tip, is in this corner right here. And then under Cutting Contours, this is where I'm going to set up the two sets of settings. So I do not have this marked so that I can do two different sets, and I'm not going to set the force and speed on the cutter itself. I'm going to be setting it here in the software. So for the, let's start with the cutting tool. So for the cutting tool, Depending on the brand of material, sticker material, and also how much blade you have exposed, you'll have to experiment and get yourself a good test cut, a quality test cut for the cutting tool, which is going to be your kiss cut. So for me, I find that, and most of my print cuts I do a little bit lower. I know some people do them really fast, but I find the accuracy is better when I'm at a setting of more like 8. And then for fours, I'm going to set it at 15 so that it'll just kiss cut. Now, again, that's, I have the blade fairly retracted. I only have enough blade exposed to cut through the top layer of the material. And then for the other one, for the full cut perf, then I set that at probably around 45. And then again, of course, I'm going to do a test cut on something else, on some scrap paper and stuff, or a used sheet is good, like one you messed up, a sticker sheet. Keep that, use that for your test cuts. And then again, I have the speed set down to 8. And then when I go to send to cutter, I can then confirm again that the settings that I want are located here and here. And then when I click on OK, it will then proceed to start the scan at that initial reg mark, the lower left one. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I think that's it.